Alright guys, so right here we got laid out the braking system for the LTZ. This is the OEM LTZ rear master cylinder, and as y'all can see, it's not in the best shape. See if we can get the focus, but it's all corroded down in there, and the outside of it is all tarnished. This is we ended up doing an LTR swing arm, LTR 450 swing arm conversion on this bike. So this is the LTR rear caliper, and as y'all can see, it's not in the best of shape either. It's just a little dirty. Other than that, it's not too bad. These are the OEM LTZ front calipers, and they're not in that bad of a shape either. They're just dirty. And these are YFZ 450 front calipers, OEM front calipers. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but I bought a set of A-arms, and they came with these calipers on them. They came with the spindles and everything, and these calipers were on there. This is also a YFZ front brake master cylinder to go with those calipers. So pretty much what we're going to be doing in this video, guys, is just cleaning all this stuff up. Right now I'm just going to vapor blast this stuff. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to Cerakote any of this yet or not. I might not. I might just be happy with the vapor blasted finished product and decide to just run those on the bike. So what I'm going to do now is I already have them taken most of the way apart, but I have to pull this out on the rear master, as well as get the pistons and the bleeder valves out of the rest of these calipers before I vapor blast them. I'm probably gonna have to disassemble this master cylinder as well, get the plunger and all that stuff out of there, so when we go to vapor blast them, we can clean all the media out of them when we get done and assemble them. So I'll probably show you guys how to take the pistons out of a caliper. I'll show you for one, and then I'll just go ahead and get the rest of them, or get the pistons out of the rest of them, and then we can go ahead and throw them in a cabinet. So let me set you guys up while I do. I'll probably do this one right here with the double pistons. All right, guys, hopefully y'all can see pretty good. Again, I apologize about the fan noise in the background, but if you guys don't know, I live in Florida, and it's currently 97 degrees right now, and I'm in my garage, and I'm about to die, so I have to have the fan on. The AC, I'm trying to get an AC put in here over this winter, so next year, you know, I won't have this issue. But anyway, here we have one of the calipers. So what you're going to need to get these pistons out is just some compressed air. You're going to leave your bleeder screw in there, bleeder valve, and just take a rag or something and just stick it in here. So when you blow the compressed air through this caliper, these pistons are going to shoot out. You kind of just want to have something to, you know, just soften the blow or catch them, whatever you want to call it. Just, you know, try to keep your fingers away from here when you do this, and try and keep the caliper pointed in a safe direction. But you're basically going to just take your air, stick it in here, make sure it has a rubber tip on the end of it like this, so it can make a seal when you stick it in this hole. You just do that, that's it, and boom, they should shoot right out. Push them back a little bit, pull your rag out of here. Piston should come right out just like that. Nice and easy. Now, I think these seals are good. As y'all can see, these seals in here, I feel like these seals are good, so I'm gonna try and get them out with my pick to the point where I can reuse them. And if I can't reuse them, I'll just end up having to buy a kit. But this is so, like I said, when we vapor blast these, or even if we decide to Cerakote them, you have to break them down this far, just so you can make sure they're real clean if you decide to Cerakote them and oil free and get all that oil and shit out of there. And if you just vapor blast them, it's real easy to clean the media out of there, and you don't have to worry about anything when you go to put it back together. So like I said, I'm going to do the rest of them, and then I'll jump back when we're putting them in the cabinet, and I'll pick up the camera again. So I ended up deciding not to show me blasting, since you guys have already seen it. So here's the finished product. And this is how it turned out. As y'all can see, man, we got most of that corrosion out of there. It's a little pitted in there, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Once I get the little fitting and the seal in there, I think it'll seal up just fine. But look at this thing, man. You wouldn't be able to tell that this was the same fucking master cylinder. There's a little bit of dirt or whatever still in that circlip ring, but I ain't too worried about that. I tried to get it, but it's stubborn. But as far as the finish on the outside, it's freaking perfect, man. Here are the OEM LTZ front calipers. Got most of that tarnish off of them. Freaking things look damn near brand new. This is what you can do with a vapor blaster, man. It's well worth investing in if you have the space to set one up in your garage and you build bikes. You don't want to buy brand new parts. Look at that, man. It's almost brand new. It's crazy. These are the YFZ front calipers. Got them all vapor blasted up. I don't know if I'm going to use the LTZ, the stock LTZ front calipers or the YFZ calipers. I'll probably end up using the YFZ calipers since I got them. Why not? And I might even try and do a YFZ caliper conversion on the rear. Just depends if it's in the budget or not. This is the LTR OEM rear caliper and the YOZ front brake master. Night and day difference, man. I don't know if I'm going to change this little glass yet. I might not. Depends on if it bugs me that bad. But this stuff turned out sweet, man. Now all I gotta do is clean all the parts, the pistons, the seals, the brackets and all that, re-grease everything and reassemble them. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna Cerakote this stuff or not. I'm probably not going to, but we'll see. I might surprise you guys. So yeah, man, I'll get this stuff all assembled. And then I'll jump back with you guys and we'll take a look at it when it's all assembled, and that'll probably be it for this video. Turned out sweet. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these brake calipers the rest of the way together with the pads and the bleeders and all that, and then we'll be done. As far as putting the pistons back in, is obviously just reverses taking them apart. Check your seals, make sure they're good. Put them back in there the way they came out, and then you just lube the piston up a little bit with some brake fluid and push it right in there. Common sense, you want to clean your piston while you got it apart. Make sure you get all the dirt and stuff that's stuck to it off. And you just slide it back in there. So this is one of the YFZ calipers. Here's the bracket for it. We got our brake pads. I've already cleaned up the little clip that goes down in there and put it down in there. So gonna take some of our marine grease and our little brush here, and we're just gonna take some grease and grease up these pins. You ain't gotta go crazy, but you wanna make sure you get a good amount on it. I'm not sure what the proper term for this is, but we're gonna put this back in there, and it goes in there with the open part facing this way, so it can slide onto the bracket, caliper bracket. Careful not to put a hole in it. Put it in the hole like so. Make sure it fits down inside that. There's a little groove in there that the flange part of this little seal will pop out into. Make sure it's seated in there. Just slide our bracket in like that. You push it till the edges pop over the pins like that, and it's seated all the way around. That's good to go. On the YFZ, they have a little hook. The outside brake pad has a little hook on it. So this is the inside brake pad. Just stick that down in there like so. Then that little hook goes on the pin like that. Grease them up real lightly. Put one in. And you just run your pins in. Once you run your pin in, just throw your bleeder valve in there. Boom. So that's pretty much ready to go on the bike. I've already done this one. You just have to put the bleeder valve in it. Boom. Ready to go on the bike. Fresh pads in both of them. Nice, clean, lubed up pins. Ready to go. So that's how you do YFZ front calipers. Now I'm going to do the OEM LTZ front calipers. These are a little different. Start with this one. Goes down in here like this. I'm going to take and lube up this pin. Put some grease on it. Take a little bit of grease and get it where the pin rides. Like that. I'm not going to go crazy. It goes through the hole the same way. Alright guys, so it's the same deal as the YFZ caliper. This little boot has a outer lip on it. That lip's supposed to pop down inside of this groove in here. You gotta get it in there where it goes down in there. Like that. Shit, lost my pin. Try and clean up some of this excess grease. So these are a little tricky because you gotta try it. This pin also has to pop through there. And you gotta get it to pop through there without pushing it out. So if you just push it all the way through and then back slightly, it'll catch that lip, or it'll catch the groove on that pin, and that's how the seal works. So once you get that in there, now we can take our caliper bracket. There's a conical washer that goes on that pin. Then we take our caliper bracket. Slide it on like that. So our little seal pushes over the pin and catches on the groove, like so. Then we take our other pin and we screw it in, like so. And boom. Try and get the excess grease as much as you can. And now the bracket's on. There's a little rubber seal, covers up this pin, like so. So now we can put our pads and our pins in. We have one pad like that, the other pad like that. Take our pins, grease them up. Same situation. So then we put our bleeder in. And boom. That's an LTZ 400 front caliper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one, and then I'll jump back with you guys when I got everything all buttoned up. We'll take one last look at it. All right guys, so here's the complete braking system all finished, ready to go back on the bike. We got the OEM LTZ rear master, fresh seals in there, fresh hardware. The only thing I didn't really mess with is this thing. I didn't want to invest the time in cleaning it up. It's not terrible, so I'm gonna run it. This is a YFZ or a Raptor front brake caliper. Front brake master cylinder. This is all cleaned up, ready to go. OEM LTZ front calipers, all cleaned up. Fresh, you guys saw, fresh grease, fresh pads, ready to go. LTZ rear, all rebuilt. Moose block off plate, parking brake delete. Fresh pads, all greased up, cleaned, yada, yada, yada. The YFZ front calipers, pads, same deal, man. So I'm most likely gonna run these on the LTZ, the YFZ calipers. Since I have the YFZ front master, I'll just run the calipers, and these I might keep as a backup or put them up for sale. I don't know yet. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We really were able to bring these things back to life. And I guess I'll catch y'all when I get ready to put these back on the bike. So as always, man, if you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. My returning subscribers, I appreciate you guys for coming back and watching the videos. And as always, man, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.